Welcome in for another walk. This might be a shorter walk than I normally do. Right now I am on, for just a few moments here, on Bedford Avenue, but we're going to turn right onto Avenue V. Avenue V is an avenue that I've never recorded for the channel. I've been on Avenue V. I know Avenue V so well that I can tell you the reason why I've never recorded it is because of it's just not a very good continuous road. If I've ever wanted to walk a road for a long period of time, it eventually ends and then begins and then it's kind of weird. There's a lot of breakpoints. So we'll walk on Avenue V for a little while. We are in the Gravesend section of Brooklyn. I gotta decide what side of the street am I gonna stand on. I'm walking. So this part of Brooklyn, the sun on these avenues, on these like letter avenues, the sun is perfectly lined up. Basically, we're walking east to west. So the sun is directly in front of us as it gets lower in the sky. Let me go this way. Let's do something. I'll show you what I'm doing in a moment. Trying to stay on the right side here. I don't want to have to cross in the triangle over here. So. By the way, this is a neck road that's cutting through here. That's why I wanted to stay to the right. As you can see that, like I was saying, that's Neck Road that just went through us right over here. Continue up that way. One of the oldest roads in Brooklyn. I do not know how long this walk is going to be, but I will say this is going to be possibly a short walk. We'll see how it goes. We are winding down the days in July. Peak season is coming to an end. Peak season for me is April, May, June, and July. That doesn't mean I don't get views the rest of the year. I get views. I mean, I still get a lot of views, but historically, I tend to get the most views concentrated in those months. Also, August is coming up, and you guys, if you've been with me long enough, you know what happens in August. August is when I start to take some breaks. As we wind down the summer, I don't want to be filming all summer. I would like to have some time to myself. That doesn't mean that you won't see anything in August, but it may be a little light in August. We'll see. Now this year, if you remember way back, I did not take my normal February break, and that was because we had all those crazy weather things going on. We had the icebergs in the East River in Manhattan. Actually, the ice chunks. We had that really cold weather. We had 2 blizzards. One at the end of January and one at the end of February. It was just a lot of stuff going on. There was other snowstorms in between. So there was a lot of stuff going on, and I decided not to take my February break. So I have been going since December 1st without a break from YouTube, which is remarkable for me. May not sound like a big deal to you, but that is huge for me, man. That is ridiculously crazy. Since December 1st, I've given myself like a small break here and there, like a couple of days, but normally when I take a break, I usually sometimes take a nice 10 to 12 day off. So December 1st all the way to now, I have not taken any kind of break like that. And August coming up. August is a regular. I usually take breaks February, August, and November. And I do think I'm going to be taking a break in August. Man, this sun, I'll tell you, right in our face. It's one of those high contrast kind of walks. And just like Avenue U on my last walk, I am walking quite slow. Some nice homes over here. Avenue V.
They get another.
You can see that train up there. That is the B train express. So you have the Q and the B line, I can't even speak. The B train or the B line runs express. These guys are doing some kind of stone work. And then these guys up here are doing some awning work. All right, we are walking underneath the train tracks right now. So as you can see, Avenue V is pretty much a very residential stretch of road. Mostly the smaller residential dwellings, but then every once in a while you get like something big like this on my right side. And it looks like they're doing some work. There's a lot of work on Avenue V. Avenue V is a big construction zone. This park over here, this park on Avenue V, has been undergoing a renovation for a while. It is still going on. So anybody that is wondering, living in the neighborhood, they still got some time to go. This is the park I'm telling you about. It's a very nice park. It'll be much nicer when they finish. But they look like they're taking their time. There's plenty of work they got to do. Half of the park looks dug out. So imagine going to put down concrete or asphalt. If they have basketball courts here or any kind of courts, they'll put down a special type of deck, whatever you got to use. You can see right here, you can see this area right here. It looks like it's got to get some concrete laid down and stuff. So let's get on the other side. Let's check out these things over here. These big puffy things. Look at these things. Look at that. Come on, I need a botany specialist. What are these? These are really nice. Let me flip my camera around if it wants to flip around. There you go. This is the little overlapping Homecrest area. You know, come to think of it, should do a correction. We haven't. That's a Sikorsky going right over us, it looks like. So to give you a little bit of a correction, because I wasn't really paying attention to where I was, we were more like Sheepshead Bay / Homecrest, and Gravesend's coming up because we haven't gotten past Coney Island Avenue yet. So just a little bit of a note there. If anybody's yelling at me through the screen, you're not in Gravesend. When I said we were in Gravesend, we will be. Definitely will be in a moment. But yeah, you got Homecrest, which is like a subset inside the larger Sheepshead Bay. And now we are moving into Gravesend. I think we caught. You know what it was? It was remember we were crossing by. I knew we were going to be crossing through Gravesend Neck Road, so of course naturally in my brain I'm like, yeah, we're in Gravesend. I tell you one thing for sure, we are in Brooklyn, so that's all that matters. We are in Brooklyn, New York. I'm going to pick up the walking pace because we are going to get that light. So. All right, here we go. Start walking slow again. Now, Avenue V does this really bizarre thing where it just, it ends like at a sort of, well, you'll see when we get there. It's like sort of like a dead-end road. And that is because it runs into the N line. Normally you can walk through the N line, but on Avenue V, it's not the case. And we're still in the East Streets. We haven't even gotten to McDonald Avenue yet, so we got some time. The only reason we're doing this, taking longer to do, is because of my walking pace, but I'd probably run right through this quick if I wanted to. But like I said earlier, this is the first time I am filming Avenue V on this channel. We got Ocean Parkway coming up, and then McDonald Avenue. Ocean Parkway lights just turned green. That happened to me on the last walk. A block away, light turned green, which means by the time we get to this corner, it's going to be red and we're going to have to wait again. And I'll do like I did on the last one. I will cross over to the other side of Avenue V. Very quiet on this avenue. Ocean Parkway. I will cross here. Notice that there's no light over here. The lights are on the bike path part, right over there. We don't have any turn-in traffic, so we can cross early. There goes one right there. But we're on the right side of the street, so we're good. All right, this is, I think, is this where the avenue gets all funky down here? Not sure. Hold on, let's see. I think this is where it like kind of ends and then becomes Neck Road for a moment. I'm not sure. It's been a while since I've been down here. I think Avenue V is the avenue that Neck Road intersects twice. Remember earlier when we first started, after we got past that park, we had to cross through Neck Road. And then I think it cuts through here a second time over here. And I think at that point, we are on Neck Road. We're off of Avenue V. We'll see. We'll find out. It's been a long time since I've been down here. In the last year, we've done, I just did Avenue U. We've done Avenue S. We've done Avenue T. But we've never done Avenue V. And then it's been 2 years since we did Avenue Z and did we do Avenue X last year? But Avenue X and Avenue Z, we're going to cover those. It's been a while since we did those. I know we did Voorhees Avenue on Friday the 13th. Remember, we have 3 Friday the 13th this year. We had, I think it was February and then March, and then the next one I think is in November. But we have that rare calendar year where we have 3 Friday the 13th in 1 year. Yeah, right over there is Neck Road, guys. So I was right. So this is the second time that the road intersects Avenue V. But this time, I believe there is no Avenue V, and we got to get on to Neck Road to continue west. Let me we'll stay on this side. Sun is better on that side looking from a distance, so I'll show you guys the way this road curves. So here we go, East 2nd Street. And look at this wide open, like, turn. It's like just a wide open, like, merge here. We're going to be walking on Neck Road now. Now, I know you're wondering, can you get back onto Avenue V? Yeah, but it's it's weird. It's like, just look at a map. That's what I'm going to say. Look at a map. Look at the way Avenue V, and it gets continually broken up right through 86th Street. So I'm not even going to try to describe it. I'm going to give you guys a look at this house here. Since we're now on historic Neck Road, there are still some historic homes and churches. I'll show you the church next, but there's a nice home right here. And over here is a church. I'll show you guys when we get over there. So as an update, we are no longer on Avenue V. We're now on Neck Road. For those outer towner people that are saying, you know, why you call it Neck Road when it's Gravesend Neck Road, that's just, we call it Neck Road for short. As a matter of fact, when you take the train stop is called Neck Road. So, a beautiful church right here, Trinity. All right, we've seen enough. West Street. Here goes the F train. These are the roads I was mentioning on Avenue U earlier. You have these village roads. And they are original roads. They've never changed. This right here is Village Road East. As a matter of fact, I can't remember exactly where, but the Lady Moody house is over here somewhere. Can't remember, but anyway, it's the original house that came here. Well, didn't come here. There's debate on whether it was here before she was here or she built it, but basically that is who founded Gravesend. And you could look that up and, you know, digest that on the internet. I'm not a historian, I'm just a walker. Just make sure when you do your research to make sure you're getting your information from a reliable source. Because I have seen some people get their information from an unreliable source and then talk about it on their channels, and Like Diker Heights, my neighborhood. I get so many strange stories about Diker Heights. But the Lady Moody house is very close by. We might be even walking by it. I just can't remember for the life of me where it is and stuff. I know we're getting past McDonald's Avenue. Maybe it's over here. I'm not sure if we're going to get cut by Van Sicklin. There's a road that I think we have to turn and get back onto another avenue. It's McDonald's Avenue. So I'll walk over here. I believe over here. It might be over here. It might be here. Here's the school, right? Isn't this where the school is? This might be the home right over here. And then on the other side is like I think there's a cemetery on the other side. Gravesend Cemetery, so I'll show you that. I'll take us across the street in a moment. Let me just keep walking. I'm just trying to, my photographic memory, I'm trying to remember where things are. There it is. This is the Lady Moody house. I am pretty sure. This is the Lady Moody house. This house has been around a long time. Like I said, the woman that came here and founded Gravesend lived in this home. This is the home. Let me take you over here and show you guys the graveyard. The Gravesend Cemetery. They have, it says Van Sicklin Cemetery, but it's also the Gravesend Cemetery. What I'll do is I will show you these and you guys can pause and read. They got some stuff about the Battle of Brooklyn. Show you guys a map down there. You guys can pause and read all this stuff, and then if you look in here, this is the cemetery for Gravesend. There you go, right there. It right says it right on there. Settled in 1643 by English Quakers under Lady Deborah Moody on land granted to them by the Dutch governor of New Amsterdam, which, if you don't know what New Amsterdam is, that's New York. That was the original name of New York City. And like I said, her home is the home we were just looking at. Across the street over there, and see, I wasn't expecting to come down this way. You know, I was just jumping onto Avenue V. And, you see? That's why it's good to know Brooklyn, man. You know, a lot of people, they'll pick a route and they'll look up Wikipedia and they'll look up stuff, and it's always good to know stuff. So you don't have to always, I don't always have to research stuff. I might get stuff wrong, like small details and stuff, but generally I know where I am when I'm walking around. Although I will say we're about to hit Van Sicklin, and I've got to figure out which way do I want to go. I don't want to go right because that'll just drop me on the Avenue U. We just did that. So what I'll do is I will take... Can I get back? Let's see what's over here, because I never mess around or... Oh, you know what? Let me show you guys something. While we're at it. They got these little dead-end streets over here. This is called Corso Court. So I'll show you Corso Court. And then here is our old friend Avenue V back, right? So we're back on Avenue V, but like I said earlier, it's going to get dead-ended again by the end line in about a couple, 2 or 3 blocks. And you know what? I said this was going to be a short walk. So I think I'll just end it at the dead end. Just to keep it a short time, right? We're about to hit 40 minutes here, so. You guys have seen enough on this walk. I gotta keep walking anyway. I'm just kind of lazy. I don't want to hold the camera in my hand for the rest of the walk I gotta do. So. I'm dropping you all off at the dead end, okay? And then I'm gonna leave you guys behind. You guys can figure out how to get home. Isn't that a virtual experience, huh? Could you imagine if this is West 6th Street over here? Could you imagine if in the future that it gets so realistic, you put on those virtual glasses that when you take them off, you're still where you ended your walk, and now you got to find your way home? That would be wild. Now, Avenue V does continue one more time, but it's very short. It's like you have to get up to, like, you have to make a left over here, get onto 86th Street, and then walk down 86th Street a little bit, and then Avenue V shows up again for, like, I want to say like a block or two. It's like really quick. So, like I said earlier, check the map. You'll see what I'm talking about. But this is where I'm going to end it. I'm going to end it right over here on West 7th and Avenue V, the dead end. This is running you right into the end line. I will have to continue my journey this way. There you go. There's nothing over here, just dead end and a couple of homes. All right, people, thanks for tagging along with me, and I will catch you all on the next walk, wherever that's going to be. So stay tuned and see you on the next one. Bye-bye.